I'm abandoning the attempts to sort of weld this patch. I knew before I started it was too windy, but I have this time and I'm ready to do it. It's just too bloody windy. So give you a... I've just managed to get a couple of tacks, and I've got one here, one there, one there. But you know, it's the patch is in the right place. It's not welded here. Ouch, that's a bit hot. So yeah, that will butt up here. I'll weld that, then I'll be able to somehow fish this down. It will all get seam welded. But I need to get a lot more tacks on. But it needs, you basically, you get a tack and then you sort of tap it into shape. You get another tack. So it's on, but I'm not going to put any more tacks on because it's making a bit of a mess. But actually, I've got a little hole here, which I shouldn't have. There's a hole there, but I'm just not going to do any more because I can't control the flame, and I'm using a flame that's way too aggressive for the thin material. I'm using an aggressive flame to try and compensate for the wind, and I'm making holes. So I'm going to stop because this is going to turn out to be a real mess if I'm not careful. I can very easily weld those tiny holes up. That won't be a problem. But if I've got a whole weld like that, it's going to be a complete mess. The other thing is, because the flame's too aggressive, it's adding more heat. The more heat, the more risk of distortion. This will distort. That's a given. It's an oxy-acetylene weld. There's a lot of heat. But I'll be able to deal with that afterwards, and I will almost definitely dress this area with lead. I will lead load it and file it. But here's the new drain hole. But yeah, I'm going to come back to it. It's in place. It fits. The profile's right. It looks a bit rough because it's you know, it's not tacked in properly. It's only got a couple of crude tacks. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to abandon this job tonight, which is, I'm a bit miffed. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to start trimming this. I can trim this in the wind, that's not a problem. So if I start trimming this out, I can perhaps sort of spend a bit of time and start fabricating the repair section for here. I'll do that. I'm just not going to mess about anymore because I shouldn't have started it. It's my own stupid fault. Why would I even try to weld in the wind? I said that about, you know, on the first video about an hour or so ago. I'm going to struggle tonight, and boy, have I struggled in the wind. So I'm just abandoning that bit. I'm going to come back and start fabricating here, and hopefully after the weekend we'll get some dry weather without any wind, and I'll be able to make a really nice job of that. Oh, Christ. What a bloody job, Maggie. I tell you what, you've got to want one of these fucking cars too.
Yeah.
No easy task.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm alright, yeah. There's no easy way of having one of these cars.